Hi guys, thanks for watching. I have been meaning to do this video for a while. It's an homage to the TooFaced Unicorn line because I am obsessed with this packaging, and there's a few products that I've been using daily that I just want to tell you guys about. So the first one is the TooFaced highlighter that is this awesome rainbow highlighter. I originally got this because I thought I would put it in my face painting kit and use it on girls when I was doing princesses and stuff, and I bought the brush to match. But I also at that time thought it would be more of a rainbow when you apply it, and it's not a rainbow, it's just a really, really intense highlighter, so that plan kind of went out the window. However, I found myself using it as my daily highlighter. I have been traveling all over with this, all over the world with this in my makeup bag actually, and really, really liking it. Now I am fairly tan, so I can get away with a really, really intense highlighter. If you're fair or not that bold, you might not like this for an everyday look, but I kind of dig it. So really, really liking this and just obsessed with the packaging. If you guys know me at all or know my videos, you know I love unicorns, anything cutesy and sweet. So this just sucked me in and I love it. So it is absolutely what inspired this look. And I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I've finally gotten around to it. The other product from that whole line, which there's a lot of different products, and I tried a few of them at the store and didn't feel like all of them were things I needed to have necessarily in my arsenal. But the other one that I really, really liked is the Unicorn Tears lip gloss. I got one for my daughter as well. It is soft and silky. It smells delicious, kind of like cotton candy, and it's this awesome holographic color. This is just over my natural lip color, and it gives kind of this blue, purple, pink holographic shine. If you put it over a pink lipstick, like a pink matte lipstick, it looks awesome. Over matte purple, it looks really, really cool, and over super dark toned lipsticks, really cool. So I'm really, really loving this. I wore this all day today just with my regular makeup look, and then this, it just gave my look kind of a cool edgy feel. So really, really like this as well. So that's what this is inspired by. I think it's really, really cute, and I really like the way it turned out. So I hope you guys do too. Now there's one other thing that I got just the other day actually, and I have not even tried it yet, but when I saw this, I felt like I had to get it. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to use it. It is a TooFaced gold lipstick, and it is melted gold TooFaced lipstick. And I am wondering if I can bring this in my face painting kit and actually use it as lipstick on girls instead of always using my face paint, because face paint, I've noticed, especially at parties and stuff, that I'll have little girls come back 5-6 times to get their lipstick reapplied because it just doesn't, face paint doesn't wear like lipstick. So I'm toying with the idea of getting some of those cool Too-Faced colors and keeping them in my kit and giving girls real lipstick. Of course, if I did that, I would not use the lipstick applicator from the tube on every child. I would use my disposable lipstick brushes and wands and get the lipstick out that way, so I'm not contaminating the tube, but it's just something I'm playing around with. So I'm going to wipe this off and I'm going to put this awesome gold on and just see what it looks like with this look. So hold on one sec and I will show you. Okay, so this is the melted gold lipstick. It is intense. It is crazy. It is not an everyday look by any means. It's pure gold. It says pure gold, and it's called melted gold. Liquefied gold lip gloss is what it's called. It comes in this awesome gold tube. I don't know which one I like better with this look. Probably the Unicorn Tears. I do think this is really, really cool, and I like it. It's a little orangey for me, and since I am really tan, it feels like it's really picking up those oranges, so I don't personally love it on my skin. Obviously, this isn't something that I'm going to wear day to day or anything like that, but I'm still pretty conscious of whether that color goes with my coloring, and it doesn't necessarily. It's pretty cool for this look. I do think it would be pretty cool for gigs, especially birthday parties and stuff. So I'll play around with it and see. If you don't know, Too Faced has these really cool melted matte colors, like really dark greens and purples and turquoises. So I'm thinking I'd like to add some of those to my kit so that when I'm doing the mermaid lipstick, I can do a cool turquoise and it can actually be lipstick. So just something I'm thinking about doing. I'm really glad I got this. I think it's really cool, and I'm excited to experiment a little bit with it. So I hope you guys like this look. I know it's a little bit of a different video for me. This is not a festival design or a normal birthday party design, but I just have so much fun with this highlighter. Look at it, it's so pretty. And the different Too Faced products that I've been using. So I wanted to do a little, you know, homage to the packaging that I just think is brilliant and so cool. So I hope you guys liked it. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching. So for this look, I'm taking a petal sponge that I've already loaded with white, and then I'm taking that and I'm then loading my neon tag rainbow cake so that I'm mixing the neons with the white already on the sponge, and that way I get the more pastel look of the Too Faced packaging rather than the bright neons. And this worked out really well. I'm going to just pat that over my eyes. I love using the petal sponges to give this kind of ombre, really cool eyeshadow look with lots of different designs. Great to do for princesses and that kind of stuff, and thought that it would work out for this design as well. So doing that over both eyes. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my 3/4 inch. I'm going to load it with white first, and then I'm going to go to my Diamond Effects Neon 1-Stroke, and I'm going to give that a spray, and then I'm going to load the neon colors and mix them with the white that's already on my brush, and then this just naturally gives me the tone of the Too Faced packaging without having to work that hard. So it's a good little trick if you are trying to get these milky, bright pastel colors. So I'm just going to pull a rainbow up and around into a very wide arch, and you'll see I switch to the other side of my brush and then do the other side of the arch, and that way both sides are as bright as the other. And I'm just trying to kind of get there into my widow's peak. That's thanks to my father that I have that little widow's peak. Thanks, Dad. Sometimes it's hard to paint around, but I love it. And then I'm just going to tap a little bit of silver in where I know that negative space is going to be, where my stencil's not quite going to hit. This is a large stencil, but it's the closest thing I could find that would make this look work. And it is a BAM stencil. There's no number on it. It was part of a collection of unicorn stencils from BAM. So once I get that placed where I think it'll be good, I'm just going to place down first some gold paint, and then I'm dipping my little dauber right into chunky glitter and then pressing that into the wet gold paint. So I'm going to keep repeating that until I feel like the chunky glitter is really, really well loaded onto this stencil. I'm going to go back and press it back in. And then I'm going to very, very carefully, I've got chunky glitter all over me, of course, and I'm kind of blind with the stencil here in front of my eyes, but you can see I very carefully peel it off so that the edges stay as crisp as possible. And the stencil pulled up a little bit of my pastel rainbow, but that's okay, I can fix that really easily. So now I'm going to take this Hot Wing stencil, of stars because it has these tiny little delicate stars, which definitely fit the mold of the packaging that we are trying to recreate. So I'm going to place those around the temples of my forehead, and then I'm going to do kind of the highlight point of my cheeks as well. And then I'm going to use some of that Too Faced highlighter over these stars on my highlight area. So just put those around wherever you think it adds a nice, fun element. Add a few more up at my temple so that we can see them. Make sure it's nice and full of stars. I do love this hot wing stencil because of these tiny little stars. I use it more than the other BAM stencil that I have of stars. So there we go. That looks pretty good. A few went over under the rainbow, but that's no big deal. We'll just do the same thing on the other side. So I am just going to touch up my winged liner since I went over it a bit with my petal sponge. I am in love with this Stila liquid liner too. It's the Stay All Day Intense Black liquid liner. It's amazing if you love a winged eyeliner, so highly recommend it. Love the tip on it. It is so fine and so delicate, and it makes winged liner really easy. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that up. So far so good. I think we're getting pretty close to the packaging. It feels like the packaging to me. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use this highlighter, and I'm just going to do it right over the stars that I purposely put on the highlight points of my cheek. And I'm going to use the brush that I love. And it just makes me happy. It's so pretty and soft, and every time I use this in the morning, I just get way too much satisfaction out of like matching those up and getting color on them. It makes me really happy. And I'm going to do this a little bit larger than I would on myself in the morning and keep the brush relatively flat as if I'm applying it in a rainbow. However, if I'm using this on myself with like regular makeup in the morning, I just kind of mix it together and I do the brush in the opposite direction. But I really want to emphasize those stars, so I'm putting a lot of highlighter on at this point. So now I'm just going to go ahead and draw in some fluffy, cartoony clouds on both sides of the rainbow and above my eye. And then I'm going to fill those in. And you can do this with the dauber sponge too if you want some fluffier, less controlled clouds. I wanted this to be a little bit more cartoony, so I'm using a round to just draw them in. Then I'm just going to do a few controlled teardrops on the inside corner of my eyes, just pulling up and in to my eyeshadow that I created. And then I'm going to pull the design down and make sure that it's just cohesive and everything makes sense by adding in some teardrops going up to the clouds and then pulling a large swirl going down around the highlight point and around those stars that I created. So I'm just from that last teardrop using it as a guide and pulling that swirl around on both sides, just kind of hugging those stars that I put on my cheekbone. And then I'm going to pull the teardrops up to meet the clouds so that I don't have that gap right there on the outside corner of my eyes. I'm also keeping the teardrops fairly close together, as you'll notice. There's not a lot of space in between them, which just gives it a little bit of a tighter, more finished look. I'm just going to do a couple little dots on the inside corner of my eye here as well, just to elongate that look on the inside corner. And then on the rainbow, I'm just going to add some dots and a few starbursts just to pull the white up and through the design as well. So I know I said in the beginning this isn't really a normal festival look, but honestly, minus the unicorn in the center and the makeup touches, this is a perfect rainbow for a festival or for a birthday party. So I would absolutely do that, just with a few tweaks. So keep that in mind. Still a good design. I would just alter a few things if I was doing this at an event. Okay, so I'm going to use the mirror of my Too Faced highlighter because why not? And the last thing I'm going to do is give everything a nice thin black outline. I'm using a liner brush and some strong black face paint. And I am definitely going to go around the unicorn so that that has some more definition and stands out. And then I'm going to go around the pastel of the rainbow and around some of the elements of the cloud, give some swirls in the clouds, and then I'm going to go around the teardrops on the outside. Of course, you guys know me, I don't like to line things at events, so if I was doing a look like this at an event, I would skip this step. However, these pastels can be very, very flat. So outlining them is going to give them a definition that is going to bring the whole look together. So I definitely think this is a good step if this look is what you're going for. So I'm just going to carefully go around that unicorn, and it really does help it pop. I also like using the liner brush for this because it gives it more of a drawn, delicate look. If I used something even a little bit larger, like a 2 or a 3, I would run the risk of getting just kind of larger cartoony lines, which I don't really want. So I'm still getting the definition and the lined look without going overboard. So now I'm just going around the design and I am lightly lining, adding a few curls in those clouds just to kind of emphasize the cartoon look. Kind of a, very whimsical, overemphasized, fluffy cloud look. And then the rainbow. And liner brushes are a little hard to control, so if you have to go over your wiggly lines, go ahead and do that. I love the thin line of a liner brush, but they are very long, so sometimes you can lose control of them, which I did for a second there. Go ahead and outline these as well, and I really think it makes a huge difference in this look. Just lets everything really pop and stand out. It almost gives it like a low light and something for those really milky pastels to bounce off of so that they don't get lost and they don't look too flat. So I'm just going to do a quick low light on those little dots too, not fully outlining them. And here we are. This is my Too Faced inspired unicorn pastel rainbow design from the lovely Too Faced packaging. I hope you guys liked this look. It was super fun for me to create. Something a little bit different, but still in the realm of the face painting world that I love. So please like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.